Hey guys, it's Sloan again for Pathiosis. Today, we're using a very strong and honestly meta Root Rider army that's just taking over. It's been taking over ever since the last monthly finals when Max started using it, and he had a perfect 3-star rate. Out of 5 attacks in hard mode, he was the only one to go perfect 100%. Everyone else at least had failed at least one 2-star or even a 1-star, but now he 3-starred everything. And last I heard, at least when I talked to him like last week, he only failed 2 attacks, and fail is in 2-star 2 attacks out of the last 20 in ladder. So he had a 90% 3-star rate in hard mode, which honestly is just an unheard of. It really is in the modern hard mode. I mean, personally, I only have a 40%. 90% just sounds crazy. It's twice as much as me. He's really good. And this army is really strong. It works beautifully in Legends. You want to make sure you have all the equipment almost right. The only thing you can switch out mainly is going to be the queen equipment. You want to have like the in healer puppet instead of one of these two equipments be fine. You could use the haste file on the RC, but the rock spear is just so much better. And for the king, you could use the earthquake boots with the spiky ball, but the snake bracelet is just so much better. And you really get the power of the healing tome and the rage gem. So I want to do a walkthrough replay in hard mode just to show how powerful it is, then get into live lush attacks. And I hope you guys enjoy. So this is going to be a hard mode replay just to show how to use the army more detail and improve. That's very strong even in hard mode. So when you're looking at a base, looking at how to get into a fire spitter, so it's this one and this one. So what would be the way this can be less likely to be baited is what you're thinking of. And as well, because you see like this spot here, so many spot potentials for a giant bomb, like so many. Right here, so many potentials for a giant bomb. Someone coming from the side to get into the fire spitter. Because remember, we have 6 invis, which honestly is plenty, especially if you're not in a big area of damage. You can drop the invis at 6 every single time. So we're going to do that exactly. And once we get the RC charge done correctly, you're looking at where to send the root riders. So typically in a ring base, if there's a fire spitter on this side and this side, which are definitely very common in Legends at least, you just RC charge dropping the invis at 6 every single time. What you're going to do is, once you do make the funnel, say we get all this down through here, we're going to send the root riders behind this fire spitter, which is gone, and then we'll just overgrowth the town hall and fire spitter for the first overgrowth. That's what you want to think of before you drop your RC. Where you want to drop your first overgrowth. But once you get our fox gets low, you can do this, the double cycle, dropping the invis at 7 and 3 though. So I see my fox is low, so I do that to make sure I get good value for my fox. So initial thoughts is I'm gonna overgrowth this poison tower and the town hall. If you get the poison tower, that's always gonna be beautiful value to overgrowth. So as a fire spitter and town hall, always good for the first overgrowth. Now something I see people mess up with and potentially get a 1-star this army is that we're gonna drop the root riders, the Tessalines, the healers, the Valkyries, the warden, the troop launcher, then drop ice golem and the queen to help counter funnel. We accidentally dropped the Valkyries too soon. We should drop them later, but I kind of got muscle memory to do it soon. That's my own fault. We dropped the World Champion a little bit later because our Fox is low. We don't want our Fox to die early. Or World Champion. When we drop the King on the other side of funnel, we see the CC troops pull out. We drop the Poison. And another thing is, and people might 1-star, is the Overgrowth too late. Now, we didn't quite get this Inferno down, so that's a little bit annoying that we didn't quite get it down. Kind of messes up our funnel a little bit. That's okay. We see the King on a defending King, so we pop Headhunters up there to help him take him out. We got Ice Golem for the King. Ice Golem's for the King and for the Queen. But if you drop for the Queen, you drop in between the Queen and the Root Riders. Right in between, now just tank for both of them. But we pop the Rocket Spear and the Healing Tome. We pop the Healing Tome after you have the first overgrowth wear off. And you drop the second overgrowth on where it's going to be the big damage on the back end and where it's not going to split your army. So dropping it here in the fire spitter, poison, scatter, is huge value because that's going to have the fire spitters not hit our healers, which keeps our healers alive, right? As well as it's going to stop that poison tower from coming onto us, which is going to keep our troops alive longer as well. But the biggest reason people 1-star is they drop their first overgrowth too late, or they don't pop the rock spear in the core. And that's what's going to really mess you up. You have to do both of those. Make sure you drop your first overgrowth early and never drop your second overgrowth on the town hall. That's going to be 1-star central. You will pop your healing tome after the first overgrowth wears off though. But you could do it earlier. You could do it later. Because the whole point is to make sure you keep your healers alive. That's really is. And you have a skeleton spell either for the mono or for the multi-gear cannon. And back on the back end, there's a mono and single inferno, so I drop it right in between both, which allows us to walk on through. We pop the queen ability to help with time, because right here we're looking at time thinking, okay, I don't want to get a time fail, which sometimes does happen in hard mode. It really does. So this wall breaker is really nice too. Allows us to push our barbarians in without going right into the ricochet cannon. We pop the king and the queen ability. We pop the king ability at 93% in hard mode because it's only level 21, but it's normal you pop at 92%. Every single building left, and that's going to just easily walk through the base. So for a ring base like this, which is common in Legends, It's really, really easy for this army because you have everything loop around. Even if a diamond base, you're gonna use the overgrowth in the core to have everything loop around. Your rocket spear helps whenever the overgrowth does wear off, whether it's a monolith in the core because the town hall's on the outside, or it's the town hall in the core. That's what you use your rocket spear for that, and it's perfect for you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have to focus on getting that rocket spear value, and you're set. All right, this base. Invis Tower by the Town Hall, interesting. But how do we get the fire splitters? We can't quite. But I know in this one, I saw someone saying tack on this base root riders. You want to come in from this mono and just push right into the Town Hall. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna push right into the Town Hall. We're sending our root riders in this way. We'll overgrowth the Town Hall, right? So we can just get through this multi-gear and Ricochet Cannon Invis Tower easily. That'll work out perfectly for us. So RC right into the mono. At 256, we'll drop the first Invis. We'll wait a second so we're not sure where she was pathing just quite yet. We'll let her take her time to push in towards his mono. So we can use maybe just one redirect invis. Yeah, one redirect 46. Alright, I'll push her into the mono. Right? That no, it won't, will it? That's fine. 7. Alright. And then 3. We'll trigger the invis tower. And we'll just pick her up. Alright, we'll drop an Ice Golem and the Queen for the funnel, and the Root Riders, the Teslins, the Healers, the Valkyries, the Apprentice Warden, the Troop Launcher, the Royal Champion. We'll drop a Skeleton Spell, and we'll drop some Headhunters here, as well as an Ice Golem. We're going to keep everything alive. Just push right through this Town Hall. We're going to overgrowth in this core instead. That core Fire Spitter and Expo that's banging on us. We're just going to loop around effectively. So we kept the Queen alive, kept everything alive. Our healers will save that heals a healing for the healing tome. Healing tome. I keep saying heal spell because it's basically like a healing spell. We're gonna hit these red air bombs. It's nice. We're gonna save it till after this overgrowth, and we're just gonna loop around basically. Just do the loop de loop. Or drop some cleanup archers. Drop poison for the furnace. And since we're getting into this furnace range and the first overgrowth wore off, we're gonna pop the healing tome on the warden to heal everything back up, keep these healers alive. This next overgrowth, I'm honestly just not going to use quite yet. I'm just going to send barbarians in for this fire spitters. They're good for the fire spitters there, especially because our healers are just chilling right now. Barbarians will help out perfectly for that. We're gonna overgrowth this rage tower, and we're gonna pop the rocket spear for road champion to help out through this rage tower. So the rage tower is not going to do much on us, and we're gonna have the king and queen ability still. There's a bunch of Tesla farms up top. It's a whole Tesla farm. That's not fun. I mean, it won't matter. We can honestly wall breaker in and push our barbarians in towards his mono that we missed. We're just gonna do that. One barbarian test. Alright, more barbarians, wizard. Honestly, that should be enough for that mono. Especially the frosty there too, distracting. Yeah, this base is wrecked. So we messed up the RC charge, but we're just gonna wreck it. This one, I was a little bit nervous with it, I'm not gonna lie. I saw that Invis Tower by the tunnel, I thought, how could I do that? I mean, we're gonna swag an Invis spell and the King and the Queen ability, and honestly, overkill with plenty of time left. This seems like a really bad base. I'm not sure what it's defending. I mean, we went towards the model, we didn't quite get it, but it's a similar idea from what I saw, so not too bad. Alright, this base is perfect for this one. So where's the fire spitters? Back through here? I know typically it's gonna be baited like crazy right through here. We want to be able to make a funnel. We're about to pop into the craziest bait you ever seen. But we will can make a funnel through here. We'll probably overgrowth this poison tower in this town hall and just loop around this left way. Yeah, we'll do that. So RC, head into the bait. I'm tempted to just do 7-3 the entire time just because I know we're about to be baited. I don't want my fox to die. Because this multi-gear is heavy on the fox, right? Now where's the bait? Okay. I'll just do 6 right here then. Since there's no bait. I figured there'd be bait, but there's not, and the multi-gear is gone, so we're chilling. Alright. We'll take out this fire spitter. We're gonna do 6. We'll take out the bomb tower, then the ricochet cannon. Unless she pulls left. No, she'll pull right. Alright, and then we'll do 6 again. Actually, we'll do 7 because we're on the Giga Bomb. Nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But we do have a funnel made, so we're fine. We're just go right behind this fire spitter. We'll drop an ice golem and the queen for the counter funnel. We'll send the root riders, the Teslins, the healers, the Valkyries, the apprentice warden, the troop launcher. We'll send in the royal champion. We'll send in headhunter for this king. He'll take it out. Actually, do we use 2? No, we'll just use 1. We're just gonna loop on through. We're gonna do a loop de loop. We're gonna have this overgrowth. We're gonna place it on this poison tower and town hall combo. Once we get over there, actually, we'll use it on that new defense. I'm not sure the range on it. And we'll just drop it there. We're gonna loop around. We'll drop an ice golem and tank for the king, then drop the king to walk around. We're just gonna do the loop de loop effectively. All right, what do we got? We should have used the poison on the CC troops earlier. What was I doing? Honestly, what was I doing? Oh well, it's fine. We're just gonna loop through easily, and we're gonna have zero issues at all. And once the town hall overgrowth wears off, is that's when we're gonna pop the healing tome, right? And then we can look for the rocket spear as well. Honestly, we can invis this world champion because she's taking a little bit of damage. We'll just overgrowth this poison tower and this mono, and we're just gonna loop around now. Take out the town hall easily. So you have the healing tome and heal up your healers from the town hall poison. That's the biggest thing. We'll say this poison for that minion prince on the back end, as well as this skeleton spell for that mono. Skeleton spells are perfect for the mono. That's the main point. The mono and the multi gear. And if there's no Inferno Towers next to them, they'll get crazy value. So we're just going to push, push, push. Still have the King ability as well as the Queen ability. We're going to drop some cleanup, some cleanup. We're just going to loop on through. We'll drop the Skeleton spell for the mono. We'll get this Poison spell ready as well. And we're saving just these hero abilities. I mean, we're going to overkill this base because everything's went perfectly. We had the loop go perfectly. We had the RC charge go really well. Had the Fox still alive. We'll drop wall breakers, some cleanup. We'll send in our deck collectors, headhunters for that minion prince, our barbarians. We're just going to spam everything. We're just gonna spam everything. Pop the king ability because we hit 92%. The spike ball hit every single building left. We're gonna have everything still alive. Queen ability still a very nice, easy 3-star. Very easy. I'm not gonna lie. It just went perfectly. This is the perfect kind of base for this. A poison base. All right, double invis. Now, how do we do this one? Fire Spirit is all in this core. Hmm. I mean, we just use a skeleton invis spell trick to trigger this compartment. Yeah, we'll just do that. Skeleton Invis. We'll send the RC in after she triggers the Invis tower with skeletons. Alright, so at 250 we'll drop the RC. Where's the spot to drop right there? Alright. 250 should go right in. Alright, we'll do 6 for this Invis. 246. We're just gonna push her on through. Alright. And then 240 should go Invis and Spear Fox. We're gonna do 7 and 3 here. 7. We want to get aura value. And then 3. So we want to take out all this compartment if possible. We still have 2 more invis. We can do 1 more cycle. We'll take out most of the compartment, not all of it. But if we get the invis power, tower, and the fire spitter, we're set. Alright, we're going to invis in a way where hopefully she can get the fire spitter. Hopefully. She'll pull back to it. No, she won't. She's going to miss the fire spitter. Come on now. Come on. What does that look? Crazy. Alright, we'll drop some barbarians to help make this funnel, though. Alright, and then we'll send the root riders, the Teslins, the healers, the Valkyries, the apprentice warden, the warden, the troop launcher, and then the world champion will drop ice golem and the queen help funnel, poison, another ice golem honestly for that ricochet cannon, which will drop the king to help funnel as well. We'll drop some headhunters come on through, and honestly, we'll just pop this overgrowth. We missed the mono, no. All right, this is goofy. This is a very goofy base. I'm not even gonna lie. We're just gonna push on through though. There's not enough damage over here. Drop another headhunter for this minion prince. He's trying to take out my king. I'm not very appreciative of that at all. Literally. We'll just overgrowth this back end right here. Get the town hall down. Once this overgrowth does wear off. I think, yeah. We'll overgrowth there. Pop the healing tome. Heal up everything. Take out the town hall and this hook tower. We'll have giant, actual giant takes out the fire spitter. There we go. And we're just gonna heal up through here. So you don't want to use the second overgrowth in Town Hall. That's a bad option. Or pop the Rocket Spear so get from a distance here. Because you want to make sure you keep your world champion alive, especially your Fox isn't alive. We'll send a wall breaker here for the king. If you see a nook right here like on a ricochet cannon, always want to send your king into those with a wall breaker. It's a nice little thing you can do. World champion will take out this invis compartment easily. We'll drop some cleanup. Another wall breaker here in this little nook. Just open up everything. Some more cleanup. We'll spam the deck collectors. We'll still have the king and the queen ability. So, I mean, this base is pretty easy, but you gotta make sure you don't get too frightened by the double invis. That's what it is. Everything's just gonna walk on through. And then literally, there wasn't enough damage anywhere to kill us. There was 0 damage everywhere. So, you know what? It was okay. But that one giant did take out that whole fire spitter for us. Wasn't too bad. Easy peasy, right? Alright, this base. Fire spitters pointing downwards. We can overgrowth the Town Hall and a Fire Spitter, so that means we can send a Royal Champion into a Fire Spitter to be set. What Fire Spitter? Typically, the bottom side's gonna be baited, so you want to come in from the top. So I'm gonna come in from this top Ricochet Cannon, right in there. She'll path perfectly in, and then she'll be able to get into that Fire Spitter. 256 will drop this first invis. The Fox is way back there, so Fox is gonna be fine. Is she gonna path left or right? Honestly, I don't care. She's gonna do one of these. I'm gonna do 6 for this invis, and then she'll push her in. Let her keep pulling up forward. All right, and I'm gonna do 7. All right, and then I'm gonna do 3. Take out this X bow. I'm gonna invis redirect. That's gonna push me into that Inferno. Oh no, I ran out of invis. Oops, 7. Let me just get the Inferno out. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I ran out of invis. Oops, that's fine. We'll drop the Queen to funnel in the corner. Listen in the Ice Golem. Listen in the Root Riders, the Tesloons, the Healers, the Valkyries, the Apprentice Warden, right? The Warden, and then we'll send in the Troop Launcher. The Valkyrie's just gonna go around the outside. Oops. Rip the Queen. Rip the Queen. We're gonna have to overgrowth this Fire Spitter in this Town Hall. We missed one of them. That's okay. We'll send in this Headhunter. We're just gonna push on through. CC troops. We should have overgrowth this Fire Spitter as well. What was I thinking? I just split the army up. Uh-oh. Pop the Rocket Spear. Send in the King to help funnel. Well, now we're in full recovery mode, right? It's just straight up full recovery mode. We'll drop a heal spell for the healing tome, and we drop a skeleton spell for that hook tower. So we're just gonna, what are we gonna do? I guess we'll just overgrowth this Fire Spitter and Ricochet Cannon. Yeah, okay. This should work out. Yeah, it'll work out. The King Queen's gonna get this bottom side. We're gonna get out this Inferno. We're gonna have everything push on through. Still have the King and the Queen ability. Alright, yeah, this will be fine. Wall Breaker here. World Champion will take out that hook tower, because it's low HP still. We'll drop some cleanup deck collectors. We'll spam the deck collectors clean up. Alright. It's just this Ricochet Cannon, the King Queen ability. That's all the big damage left is Ricochet Cannon. It really is. We'll have this Wall Breaker to push on in. We're going to push the Wall Breaker to open up the walls. We'll have the King. We'll support the King with some Barbarians. Yeah, Queen ability popped. We'll send Barbarians in for that. Ricochet Cannon. King ability is going to get some good value back through here. We'll pop it. That'll help out. Queen's going to stay alive. Actually, no, the Queen's dead. This Giant's going to have to do some work. He's going to have to tank for us. He's going to have the trigger the Giga Bomb. He's going to have his Phoenix. That's the power of the Phoenix for this army. Look at that. And there we go. We split the whole army up. We should have overgrowth the close fire spirit. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? I mean, it's still not going to matter. It just proves how powerful the army is. You can literally just mess up everything. You split your whole army up with the overgrowth, and it's not going to matter. It's just not going to matter. Alright, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. So I should have overgrowth this fire spitter in this town hall so everything would loop together. Because I didn't get out that fire spitter with my RC charge. I need to overgrowth it to make sure everything would path around this town hall. But I did not do that at all. And unfortunately, I split the army into that core. So that messed up the whole plan. But it works. It works. Alright, this base. Fire spitter's pointing this way. This is a good one for us RC charge into. Usually the bottom side's baited, so I want to come in from this top side. I'll probably have to drop my Royal Champion on this Wizard, on this Mortar, and then Invis redirect right here to push her right into this Fire Spitter. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to Invis these, and at 256, we're going to drop the Invis over this Builder Hut, so I'll push her right into the Fire Spitter. So there we go. The Fox was not in the Invis at all. We're going to have to do 7 and 3 here, because we're in the range of the Town Hall Poison. And we're going to do 3. But we avoided the bait. We see that Giga Bomb's right there. We're going to take out this Ricochet Cannon. We're actually going to do 7 one more time. And then we can recall. Just make sure we take it out. And we're going to pick her up. Alright, there we go. Now we're just going to do the loop-de-loop. We're going to drop an Ice Golem and the Queen in the corner. We'll send the Root Riders, the Teslans, the Healers, the Valkyries, the Apprentice Warden, the Warden, the Troop Launcher. And then we'll send the Royal Champion, and we'll overgrowth this Fire Spitter and that Town Hall. Just to help us push on through. So no chance of that Fire Spirit hitting us, but we're just being safe. We're sending an Ice Golem, and we're going to send the King just to loop around this left side, help push through. We'll drop a Poison for these 2 Witches, so there's no Furnace. Okay. We'll drop the Poison on the Witches and the Ice Golem. So we're going to take no damage there. We're sending a Headhunter for this Defending Queen. This Overgrowth's really nice here, because you ever take out all this big damage here without anything dying or taking really any damage, you'll heal back up and get right to the Town Hall easily. And we're going to overgrowth this new defense and this monolith. We're gonna pop the rocket spear to help through. And we'll have to save a skeleton spell for this multi gear and for that mono. We'll probably hopefully take out this multi gear with the rocket spear. That's my hope at least. Where's my rocket spear? There it is. World champion, take it out. Hopefully she's not go into the core, which she just might. No, she won't. Okay, good. She'll stay down with the whole army, which is perfectly what I wanted. We'll drop a skeleton spell for that mono, send in some headhunters, and we'll pop the. I was gonna pop the healing tome, but the healers aren't even in there. I forgot about the healing tome completely, and in doing so, let my royal champion die. Oops, oops. We didn't even need the healing tome pop, so we just kind of popped it. Everything was just doing work. All right. Well, we'll just push on through. We'll send a wall breaker to open up. We'll send some barbarians and debt collectors to help clean up. We still have an invis spell, so as the king and queen ability. So we're just gonna push right through this core. Where's the queen? She's walking out. Okay, that's fine. We'll invis these healers, keep them alive on his root riders, and we'll just push around. We're still in loop de loop. Clean up, clean up, clean up. All right, and we'll send a what? We need to send a barbarian. I mean, a wall breaker right here, and barbarians to help. We'll pop the queen ability help with time because it lasts 25 seconds at my level. So we're gonna make sure we get to 92% swing pop the king ability to hit every single building left with a spiky ball. Yep, he'll hit every single building. He'll help that mono, helping that core. Uh-oh. We're gonna have time issues. We're gonna have time issues because I forgot about the the healing tome. Oops. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. King's coming through. We're gonna have plenty of damage, but we got a little bit forgetful. We got a little bit forgetful there. That's my bad. That's my bad on time filling. Oh well. It works out though. It's all good. I mean, it's still pretty strong, but I got forgetful there for no reason. I just wasn't focused. Oh well. All right. So this base, double rage. We can't quite get into these fire spitters too easily. I mean, we could. This side's definitely baited. Maybe we can push right in like this into this fire spitter. Maybe. But we're just gonna overgrowth the fire spitters and rage tower and this new defense. This side has the tornado trap. This side probably has the Giga Bomb probably has a tornado trap on this side. So we're just gonna push in and test our luck. We're gonna do 6 of this first invis. 256. Make sure the fox is in there. Take the ricochet cannon. We're gonna honestly have to invis redirect probably. Yeah, 7 invis redirect, and then 5 just cause. Oh, that pushes us in an interesting direction, doesn't it? Are we gonna get the fire spitter is the question. It doesn't matter if we do or don't. All right, we'll push on through. I mean, can we take out the ricochet cannon? We can. We will. If we will, we can. We have one more second. 1, 2, 3, 4. We pop. We got it. Okay, perfect. Super Dragon. Okay, interesting, interesting, interesting. Super Dragon. We'll be able to take that out pretty easily. So we're gonna wait a second and just drop the poison and then ice golem. Then we'll send the root riders in. We'll send in the Tesloons, the healers, the Valkyries, the apprentice warden, the troop launcher. Take out a super dragon easily for our queen. We're gonna overgrowth this back in fire spitter and that inferno. Get through this core. We're gonna drop an ice golem. Oh, we forgot to drop the ice golem. Ice golem, no! We just sold our king. We just ripped our king for no reason. That's not good. We just killed him. We're cruel. We just killed our king for no reason. Okay, that's okay. He's fine though. He's still alive. We'll take out that fire spitter very easily. We'll save this this warden ability for a second. We'll pop it to heal up the healers. We'll get through this fire spitter, and we'll pop this rocket spear and the world champion helping this core. And we're gonna overgrowth this back in Inferno and Rage Tower compartment. That'll help out completely. We'll save the skeleton spell for that mono and minion prince combo. We'll drop our cleanup archers to help up. We'll drop our cleanup wizard to help up as well. We're just gonna push on through. We're gonna skeleton spell that mono. It gives very nice value on the mono. Very, very nice. As well as distracts the minion prince too. Everything's just gonna push on through. We'll drop a wall breaker to help up. Just help out anything, right? The queen will walk through from there. We'll pop the queen ability. We'll send in the headhunter to help distract. We'll send in some debt collectors to help clean up. Some barbarians help clean up. A wall breaker, archers, goblins, debt collectors, king ability. We'll pop at 92%. We'll pop 92%. We're just gonna take out everything. Everything's just gonna get overwhelmed last second. It'll be a nice, easy 3-star with every single hero alive. Nice, not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right, this base fire spitters pointing up. So we can just come in. How can we get into this fire spitter easily? I mean, what if we just path her in like this, and we just invis redirect right here? Once she gets on this, I should go for that inferno. I mean, it doesn't even matter if she gets a fire spitter. We'll just go for this ricochet cannon straight up. We're coming behind the fire spitters anyways. So at 256, we're gonna drop this invis. Keep her and the fox alive. We're just going for RC value. Let her get onto this air defense. Alright, we'll do 6 for this invis as well. Take out the air defense. She's gonna pull up. She's gonna take some damage. That'll be okay. Can we honestly invis redirect and all of these? Push her right into the fire spirit. We'll do 7. Fox, 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 3. There we go. My fox did not want to cooperate. And we're right on the fire spitter. Perfect. Then we'll do 7, get the recall ready. Take out the expo as well. And we'll recall her up. Alright. So we'll just come in behind this other fire spitter. We'll drop an ice golem and the queen help funnel. We'll send the root riders, the Teslins, the healers, the Valkyries, the apprentice warden, the warden, the troop launcher, and the world champion are sitting her way on this right side. So make sure you doesn't like go around left and pull away the healers and everything again. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that again. Drop an ice golem and the king help funnel. We're just gonna loop around on through. We're gonna drop a overgrowth only in the town hall. Like the only thing it really gets value for. Can't really drop anything else. We'll get the headhunter for this queen. Help take out the defending queen. We'll push right through this multi-gear. There's not enough damage back here, so everything's just gonna be chilling. Really is. And there's a witch in there. 2 witches and 2 ice golems again. We'll drop poison on them. Everyone's running witches. I can't even say it right. I'm saying wanting instead of running. I sound like I'm a kid trying to speak. I got my front teeth out or something. Pop the king, I mean the world champion and the warden ability. I was gonna say the king and queen ability when it's literally the opposites. Literally the opposites of wanting to pop. The rocket spear gets some nice value. We heal up the what is it called? The healers. We're gonna overgrowth this back in mono and that expo and scatter. Just so we won't have too much damage once we get through this minion prince. So that's the power of the 2 overgrowths. Is you can eliminate damage that would be there. We send the headhunters for this minion prince. Take it out. Since this damage isn't on us here, we're able to just heal up everything and stay alive the entire time without any issues. Drop some archers to help clean up. We're gonna have the skeleton spell. We'll drop it for the mono because it's gonna un-overgrowth anytime now. It takes I think 26 seconds or something like that, but it will un-overgrowth. And now it's on the skeletons. We'll send barbarians in for that mono. The skeletons tanking, and we're just gonna push right on through. We're just gonna do loop-de-loop around the base the entire time. We'll send some barbarians, a wizard, wall breaker, deck collectors just help clean up. We'll have the king and the queen ability swagged, and this base is just gone. Everything looped around perfectly, and that was a nice RC charge, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know if we'd be able to get in there, but that one redirect invis really did help us get in that fire spitter, and then from there, there just wasn't enough damage on the base anywhere, so nothing died. Not too bad. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Alright, Rage by the Town Hall. So we have a nice overgrowth spot right there. Just not on the town hall, but on we'll drop it right on this thing right here. So we'll miss the town hall, hopefully. Then we'll just loop around. So typically people bait the right side. 2 rickshaw cannons over here is perfect RC charge value. So this side it might be baited, but it's less likely. So at 256 we'll drop this first invis, and we take out 2 rickshaw cannons is huge value, honestly. You're trying to get through those? Too so much, so much. I'm gonna do 7 and 3 because the minion prince is here. You could do 6, but I want my fox to die. And I don't need to get a big RC charge or anything, because we're going to have a nice loop through here. I'm going to do 6 from here now, because that Rick Chicken was kind of the thing that was scaring me. Yeah. We still push on through. We get hit by a scatter again? Nope. Alright, then I'll do 6 one time here. Actually, I didn't even do 6. I didn't even do 6. I'm going to just do 3. And we're just going to push. Alright, we got a nice funnel. And we're going to pick her up. We trigger the bomb, and we're good. Since some barbarians help clean up, and we're just going to loop through next to this town hall. We'll drop the queen up top, and we'll send in the ice golem tank for both, and we'll send the root riders, the Teslins, the healers, the Valkyries, the apprentice warden, the troop launcher. And then the world champion will wait a second, and we'll overgrowth this new defense, that rage tower, and the fire spitters. But miss the town hall, because the town hall doesn't have enough damage for us to be worried about. We'll drop a headhunter for this minion prince, actually 2. Then we'll drop an ice golem and the king to help funnel around. Since the town hall just by itself is not going to kill us, you don't have to worry about anything. There's a furnace and the CC will drop poison on it. And the healers are taking damage here. They're half HP, so I'm going to pop the healing tome. Just because they're taking damage from the town hall poison shots from earlier. And I don't want them to die. We'll get right through this core. We'll just overgrowth this back end mono. And we'll pop the rocket spear. What the warden's gonna die, unfortunately. That's unfortunate, not even gonna lie. The king and the queen, unfortunately, the queen did walk outside. We'll drop the headhunter. We'll have this world champion help take out these infernos in this core. Sneezy on the left, take out the other inferno. We'll have this skelly spell for this mono. Everything's just gonna do loop de loop effectively. Drop some cleanup archers. We got some barbarians, drop a wizard and barbarian on it, and everything's gonna loop. We'll just skelly spell the mono. It's in the range of the multi inferno, but that won't matter too much. Which might seem kind of crazy, but it's not gonna matter. Because it will help distract just a little bit. We only need a little bit of distraction, and our fox is healed back up from the healers, which is definitely nice. And the fox will help take out that mono. And we'll have the king in this core, which honestly, I think I'm gonna pop his ability early, help get through that multi gear. Then we'll send the deck collectors in for this core, send a wall breaker, barbarians. We got the queen ability still. We're just gonna swag it. Actually, no, I'm not gonna risk a time fail. I don't want to risk a time fail at all. We'll send a wall breaker to push in. This is the power of the wall breakers. In situations like this, it'll allow you to just push right through the base. Just like that. And it'll be a nice, easy 3-star. Easy peasy. Easy. Not too bad. But yeah, you want the queen to go inside, not outside. That was my bad. I should drop the king a little bit sooner so she would be able to force to go in the base. But I didn't do that properly, but it still works out. We did end up going plus 312, unfortunately, mainly just because of the fact that I forgot to pop the healing tome. I forgot to pop the healing tome until 65% of the base was down. And honestly, you can't even be upset with time failing like that. It was a time fail even at that. I let everything just kind of die. Because I was a little bit distracted. I wasn't locked in. But you know what? All these other attacks are really, really nice. Had a couple of good defenses. And today was good. It was a good day. We're getting trophies. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, I appreciate if you guys like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow.